So you've been dreaming about working in Japan, right? But maybe you thought the language barrier or the culture was just too big of a hurdle. Well, guess what? The entire game is changing. In this explainer, we are going to crack the code on how English speakers can land an amazing job in Japan's absolutely booming startup scene. Let's break down exactly how you can make it happen. First things first, let's just start with a number. Get this, 2.3 million. That's how many foreign workers are in Japan right now, an all-time high. Now, this isn't just some random statistic. It's a massive, flashing sign that the country is looking for global talent like never before. The doors? They are wide open. And this quote right here, it just perfectly sets the stage. We're looking at what you could call a perfect storm. You've got this huge surge in new, innovative companies, and at the same time, a serious shortage of skilled people to fill the jobs. This is creating a really unique window of opportunity, especially for us.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for this journey. We're going to start with why this is all happening right now. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty, where to actually find these jobs, how to deal with the whole visa thing, the secrets to nailing the interview, and finally, why language is so important for your future success there.
Let's kick it off with Section 1, Japan's startup boom. So why is 2026 being called a golden year? Well, it really boils down to two things. A huge government push for innovation, crashing right into a major shortage of workers. Now, check this out because this is where you can really see the scale of the opportunity. By 2030, Japan is expected to be short almost 800,000 IT engineers. To put that in perspective, that's more people than the entire current foreign workforce in Tokyo. The demand for tech talent is, well, it's just off the charts. And of course, that incredible demand means good pay. A solid tech startup job can easily pay you 6 to 8 million yen a year, or even more. That's literally double or more what you might make in a more traditional job for foreigners, like teaching English. We're talking about a serious upgrade in your quality of life. Okay, so you see the opportunity, you see the money, but where do you actually find these amazing jobs? Let's get into the practical, step-by-step strategy. This chart makes it super clear where you should be looking. A whopping 60% of the opportunities are in technology and IT. That's the sweet spot where your technical skills and English ability are most valuable. But hey, don't sleep on other hot areas like Fintech or global digital marketing, where being a native English speaker is a huge plus. So the key here is to attack this from all sides. Don't just do one thing. You gotta hit those specialized job boards. You need to connect with recruiters who focus on finding talent from overseas. Get out there and network. Join some Japan-focused tech groups on LinkedIn. And you know what? Don't be afraid to just apply directly to a company you think is cool. And to get you started right now, these are the websites you should bookmark. Japan Dev and Tokyo Dev are laser-focused on English-friendly tech jobs. Gaijinpot has a wider variety of gigs, and LinkedIn is becoming more and more powerful in Japan. Seriously, go set up some job alerts today. All right, Section 3. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The visa. I know it can seem super intimidating, but trust me, it's a very clear, step-by-step process that tons of people get through every single year. For most of you watching, this is going to be your ticket in, the engineer/specialist in Humanities/international services visa. Yeah, I know, it's a mouthful. The main thing you need to know is the key requirement. You need a bachelor's degree. And if you don't have one, don't panic. About 10 years of solid professional experience in your field can usually take its place. And here's what that process actually looks like. Once you get a job offer, and this is the best part, your new company does most of the heavy lifting. They apply for something called a certificate of eligibility. That takes about 1 to 3 months. Once it's approved, you just take that certificate to a Japanese embassy back home, and they'll swap it for your actual visa. See, it's just a procedure. Now we're at Section 4. You've found the job, the visa is in process, it's time for the final boss, the interview. This is where your skills meet Japanese work culture, and you've got to get it right. Think of this table as your ultimate cheat sheet for what not to do. The biggest mistakes people make? Showing up with zero Japanese, having a super aggressive me Western interview style, or just being totally clueless about the visa process. The fix is simple. Learn a few basic Japanese greetings, tone down the resume to be more humble, and show them you've done your homework. Honestly, if you remember just one thing from this section, make it this. You were hired for your awesome skills, so be confident about them. But you have to show you can be a team player in a Japanese office. So when you talk about successes, use the word we, not I. It's a tiny change that shows a massive amount of cultural awareness. And for our final section, let's talk about the long game. You've landed the job, now what? How does the Japanese language fit into your actual career growth?
This is the big one, isn't it? The question on everybody's mind. Can I really have a successful long-term career in Japan with just English?
Well, the answer is it's a little complicated. So here's the deal. Yes, you can absolutely get a great job with only English, especially if it's a super technical role, like an AI engineer. But, and this is a big but, if you want to move into leadership or become a product manager or do anything that requires talking to different teams across the company, Japanese becomes absolutely essential. Without it, you're probably going to hit a glass ceiling.
And I think this quote just says it all perfectly. If you want to really maximize your potential in Japan, learning the language isn't just a nice to have, it's probably the single best career hack out there. It opens doors to opportunities that will just stay locked otherwise.
So, as we wrap up, here it is, your pre-launch checklist. These are your immediate next steps. First, double-check that you're eligible for a visa. Then, polish up that resume. Start learning basic Japanese today. Sign up on those job sites we talked about. Craft your interview story and start networking. You have a plan. Look, we've laid out the entire map for you. The opportunity is massive, the path is clear, and honestly, the timing has never been better. Your adventure in Japan's exciting startup world is just sitting there, waiting for you. So the only question left is, what's your first step going to be?